Hi, I'm Janet. After years of trying to figure out the film industry, making some gains, only to see them dwindling away, I finally got my shit together and I made $85,000 my first year in the film industry in Los Angeles. Creating a career in film does not need to be a struggle. You can start in your city. I want to teach you my process and teach you how to do it. You'll see that you really can live that extraordinary film lifestyle that only the film industry can provide. Let's go.
Hello everyone, this is Omar. I made over $1,000 this week working on film sets. I worked 3 days on a slasher film, a short film that offered to pay me $125 a day, but I was able to negotiate from $125 to $150 because Janet taught me how to negotiate, not just on this film, but on a bunch of other productions for more money. Like for example, I negotiated my rate from $200 to $300 on a different production. And we have people in Friends in Film that like negotiate in the thousands. I just started my career, so I'm still in the hundreds, but I'll be there soon. Anyways, at the end of the slasher film that I worked on, they were happy to pay me that much more because of the value that I delivered throughout the entire shoot. Okay, so I cultivated this value and also this negotiation leverage using the Friends in Film principles around having a good attitude and also problem solving on film sets. Janet calls it get it factor, where you're one of the good ones that get it when people communicate and when you're good at anticipating needs. And then I made about $560 working 4 days on a horror film. And so my agreed rate at first was $100 a day. But every day they paid me more and more because I was happy to do more and more. I helped the production run smoothly and I brought the director's vision to life. One of the things that I've learned from Janet and that we learned from Janet is that in order to have a successful career in film, that requires building a healthy base, a healthy body of work, and a healthy brand. So this last week, I spent my time building my base, body, and brand, and I got paid. I got paid to learn how to effectively make a movie, what works, what doesn't work, what to expect, both creative things and technical things, okay? So Friends in Film teaches us how to get on these sets and how to put ourselves in the position to get paid to learn hands-on. It's like the opposite of film school. You're getting paid to learn instead of you paying to learn. This is actually, like, I spent the past 2 weeks with professionals and also people that have graduated from film school. It's like a blend of both on set. So I'm learning from people with the fresh film degree, and I'm learning from professionals that are working on their passion projects on the side. I didn't go to film school. I don't have a film degree. I never thought I would be working in film or that I wanted a career in film, but it's happening for me because I want it now. And Janet is teaching me how to do it the right way, and she teaches us how to do it the right way in Friends in Film. She coaches us and mentors us. So just in case if like you don't know, like maybe you just stumbled on this podcast and you don't know what Friends in Film does. So basically we teach you how to have a successful career in the film industry in whatever craft you want to learn, whether it's acting, writing, directing. And then so for more clarification, Janet isn't a director or an actor. She's a high paid professional in the film industry. So she sound mixes on like the biggest stuff, okay? So she's not teaching you the creative parts of film. She's teaching you the business savvy of it, okay? How to move throughout the industry, how to network properly, how to make friends in the film industry, because it's all connections. So we also teach you how to learn more about whatever department you want to get into. Like if you want to act, then You learn everything on set. Like, you actually learn from professional actors. You actually learn from people that go to acting school. And that's like the best way to do it. If you want to learn to be a director, an actual successful director that's getting paid on like these $1 million film sets, then you go there with through the entry-level positions, production assistant work that we also teach you how to get. And you go there and you watch the director do his thing. It's magical. Like, the first time I got on set in LA, I was a PA on a music video, and this director was like, he was a master at what he did. Just the way he moved, the way he communicated, and the way he captured the vision. It was incredible, and I learned a lot just from that one day working on a film set. That one day has impacted me. That was probably like 2 years ago now, since I got on my first film set. So let's just it's different. It hits different when you're on set working with actual masters that get paid doing what you want to do. It's different than learning it through a YouTube video. You understand? So Friends in Film, like, we're not an acting school. We don't teach you how to act. Yeah, we have a lot of resources on our in our mentorship program for actors. We have like acting groups and little acting calls. But we're not an acting school. Okay? We're not a writing school. We're not a film school. We're teaching you the business, the industry, the things that, like, I mean, I was talking to an actor yesterday, and she was telling me how, like, before she discovered Friends in Film, she wished that she had somebody there in her corner to help her figure out, like, okay, what's a professional gig and what's like a scam that's being posted online. Like, what's actually going to be worth my time and what's a waste of time. How do I don't know how to decipher between what's real and what's not, what's professional and what's unprofessional. And so she made a lot of mistakes that we all make naturally by not knowing how to get inside. So Janet made the mistakes too when she got in the film industry, and now she put together this program that teaches us all the stuff that she would have done differently in order to get to where she is faster and with less pain. Like, Janet made all the mistakes, and she's teaching us, how to not get blacklisted, how not to act on a film set, and all this stuff that prevents you from moving fast. She also teaches us all the stuff that she did right, and all the stuff that she does right now at the top of the industry to continue to have a successful career. So that's what Friends in Film is. So it's really valuable to have Janet in our corner. That's what we pay for when we buy Friends in Film. We pay for Janet in our corner. We have this connection into the film industry. And so let me give you an example. Now, through Janet's mentorship, I know how to work with negative emotions and negative thinking when it happens. And that's actually really valuable if you want to be successful in any area of life, not just the film industry. So these are the things that Janet helps us grow through. So I'll give you an example. On one of the jobs that I worked on this past week, things were happening in a way that I wasn't expecting. I was anticipating and expecting things to roll a certain way, and it turned out to not roll that way. And I remember I felt like that feeling. I felt those thoughts. It's like, what the heck, like, am I doing here for? Like, what am I gonna put up with? Like, just all this like random stuff that is putting a dark feeling on the situation. So my mind was doing that. And then I was able to catch myself. I saw the negative thoughts, the negative feelings. And I started asking myself, I started asking myself positive questions. This is what Janet taught me. And she has like a bunch of videos of this on YouTube where you ask yourself reassuring questions. And then I started asking myself, like, wait, like, don't I love working on film sets? And then I felt, the answer was like, yeah, of course I do. And then they're like, well, don't you love like just being creative and doing all this stuff? And then I'm like, yeah. And like, isn't it amazing that you're getting paid to be creative? And I'm like, yeah, it is amazing, I had this little internal conversation with myself to transmute the negative into positive. Okay. And these are like the mental hacks that Janet teaches us and that she learns and that she does in her own life. Things like catching and rewiring negative thinking seems like a small thing, but it's very important and it's very powerful, because that's how, like, I don't know, like maybe like you used to be depressed or like anxious or whatever. Maybe like, like that stuff comes up every now and then. It's like a wave. It's natural. It's human. Like the feelings go up and the feelings go down. So now that you know that it's going to happen, you can actively prepare for it to happen. And when you do that, you get to where you want to be. You achieve your goals. You achieve your dreams because you're being intentional no matter what unthinkable thing comes up. And that's what I had to do on this last film set. And it was really important, and it felt really good, because then once I put myself in a positive state, once I generated my own good emotions, then it just set the tone for the rest of the shoot, and I had such an amazing time. It was so amazing. It was so cool. And that's the stuff that I wish that you or that I know that you're gonna feel and that you're gonna experience in a different way. So let me tell you about the reason why I am building my career the way that I'm doing it. I'm actually being intentional with building my career. I'm not wishing and hoping for a big break. Okay? That's a very big mental shift that you need to make. Because if you're wishing and hoping on just like one thing to happen, that's very short-sighted thinking. Like, what happens after that? You think it's just all gonna work? Like, no, you have to be intentional with it. Like, you have to actually create a goal and work towards it. If it's your goal to act for the rest of your life, then you're just gonna keep doing it until it happens, right? If you have these stories within you, these scripts and ideas that you want to bring to life, there's a reason why those are inside of you. You gotta let them out into the world. You need to create them. And like, I know how it feels to have something like this great power within you that you feel isn't being you put to like the full use, and then it's suffocating. That's how I felt being stuck in survival jobs in the past, working retail, 9-to-5, IT, delivery jobs. And now that I'm in a position where I get paid to be creative, I get paid to be like around like amazing people every day and see things that I never would have seen otherwise. It's incredible. Like my dreams are coming true. So if maybe you know this and maybe you don't, but Janet's strategy is for us, the framework, the principle for us is to first we build our base, our foundation, and then we build our body of work, and then we build our brand. So where I'm at in my career, I built a good portion of my base. Like that, and that means that my phone is constantly getting work. I'm getting job offers, averaging between 210 to 250 per day that I have to say no to because I'm so busy. And that also means that because of my healthy base, I'm able to refer other people jobs. And I also have this network. I have this network of professionals that I can reach out to if I want to work on something in particular. If I want to, like, if I had, I don't know, like, if I made a bunch of friends on a film set and I want to work with them again, I just hit them up and like, yo, like, you're working on anything exciting? Like, is there any way you could put my name in the hat to work on it? You know what I mean? Like, or if you guys need extra hands on set, I'm available. And it's fun. It's cool. I'm actually working with who I want to work with. So that's what a healthy base provides. I'm also creating connections with people that will hire me in the craft that I want to choose or that I'm choosing, which is I love working in the art department and I love sound mixing. And I'm creating these people, I'm creating this network of people that are going to hire me in the future for doing that. That's part of your base. Now the body of work is what I was doing these past 2 weeks working on my craft. I'm doing the stuff that I want to do, just like to build experience, to build the reps, and also, you know, to get my name on the credits, to say that I've done it. Like, oh yeah, like I've worked on like 20 short films, I've sound mixed 20 short films, or I've worked in the art department on 20 short films. So that, when you tell that to the people in your base, the professionals, then they'll consider you for the higher paying jobs, the higher paying crafts. So these 2 short films that I worked on, they're passion projects, student films, that realm of film, of the film industry. And that's me building the reps. You know, I got paid between $100 and $200 a day. On professional film sets, the entry-level positions pay over $200, just to give you the transparency and the contrast on that. So I'm at a point in my career where I'm saying no to the higher paying, lower entry jobs so I can build my my craft in the indie world. Okay, so now I learned this is what Janet taught me, this is what Janet did, and this is what she teaches us how to do effectively, because you can do this and mess this up. You know, there's it's just so helpful to show up on set and just know exactly what to do. So okay, so that's part of our mentorship, is that we teach you and we coach you to show up with this confidence and just this understanding of what's going on. And my first time as a production assistant on a professional set, I was put in front of all the other production assistants that have been doing it way longer than I have. Does that make sense? So by that I mean other people were coming up to me, they were saying, hey, you're my favorite PA, you're my favorite production assistant, like, let me get your number, I want you on my next job. And this is what Friends in Film, this is what Janet teaches us. Okay, we show up and we blow everyone else out of the water by doing a good job, by having a good attitude, by understanding how to transmute negative thoughts into positive thoughts, by knowing the business savvy on how to network. People will ask you to work on their projects. That's how you have a healthy career. Friends in Film teaches you how to have a healthy career working whatever department you want to work. Acting, writing, directing, music, sound, art, all of it, anything you want to do, it's all the same, because these principles are universal. So Janet's not teaching you how to direct, she's not teaching you how to act, but she's teaching you how to become a high-paid director, how to be a successful actor. Does that make sense? So I'm gonna wrap this up now. Thank you for listening. I believe in you. Peace.
Thanks for listening today. And if you have a moment, could you please leave me a review? I would love that. And make sure you head over to friendsandfilm.com/join and sign up for my free mini course on what you need to know to find opportunities and start making film and acting work come to you. I'll see you next week.